What's going on, my fellow gamers? Welcome back. Today we are going to take a look at the LS50X headset, wireless headset from PowerA and Lucid Sound. This was a product that was sent over to me from PowerA. It's not sponsored. My thoughts and opinions on this are my own. They did not pay for this review, although, like I said, they did provide the product. So before we begin, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you guys are new. I also want to mention that from this point forward, we will be using the microphone from this headset. So this microphone is going away, so that way you guys can hear the difference and the sound quality from this headset, so you can make your own decision as to whether or not you want to purchase this headset. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, so we're back. And I've done a couple things here just so you can get a better understanding of how the microphone works. So just so you know, I've removed any filters that I have on my normal microphone, so you're getting a raw audio from this headset. Another thing to note is I lowered the volume in Windows for this headset. I lowered it down to 75 or 75%, so that way it's not overbearing and you don't get any sort of static coming through the headset. So what you're hearing is the raw audio for this headset. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the box and see what comes in the headset, see what the features are, and then I'll go ahead and talk about the headset more in detail as far as what I like and what I don't like about the headset, because there is a lot to talk about when it comes to this headset right here. I do want to start with the price of the headset so you guys know ahead of time. The price is usually found anywhere between $200 to $250 for this headset. It is on a little bit of the higher end when it comes to gaming headsets. So in comparison, what headset that I like to compare it to is the Corsair Virtuoso RGB headset that I have right here in my hands. This is a $200 headset. You can typically find this on sale for anywhere between $180 to $200 on a regular basis. So if it's not on sale, the regular MSRP is, last I checked, $249.99. So there you go. So what is this headset? This headset is a wireless gaming headset, Bluetooth headset. It says Xbox on it, but you can use it on PlayStation. I'll explain that probably towards the end. So the wireless headset, the LS50X, they call it a hybrid gaming headset, and the reason why it's hybrid because you can use it with wired, or you can use it wireless, or you can use it Bluetooth. Now I did do a prior review on this headset here, this is the mid-level headset from PowerA. This one was I think $100, and that headset was wireless. It was not Bluetooth, and that's why I wanted them to send me this one, so I contacted PowerA to send me this one here. So looking at these specs, so that way we can go ahead and see it right here. So over here, you can connect it to your Xbox. You can connect it to your PC. As you can tell, I have it connected to my PC right now. You can connect it to your PlayStation. You can even connect it to your Switch, but only to listen, not to use a microphone. Okay, I have used it in that regard, so just keep that in mind. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So you can, where are you? All right, so it's interface-free wireless audio plus Bluetooth technology. So you can connect it to your phone, Bluetooth. I tried connecting it to my PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 via Bluetooth. Does not connect. It connects but doesn't work. It's weird the way that it does that. I don't know if it's maybe because the drivers that are in here. I'm not 100% sure. I will reach out to PowerA or Lucid Sound to see if maybe they can give me some insight as to why it doesn't connect. If they do, maybe I'll do a follow-up video on that just to see what's really going on there, because my PS5 and my PS4 do pick up the headphones. It does detect it on Bluetooth, but you can't hear anything out of it. You can't talk out of it. You can't do anything. So with that being said, works on your phone. You can use the microphone. Everything works normal on on your phone. It works fine on Xbox because it's intended for Xbox, and it works fine on PC with some caveats. All right, so uncompressed, lag-free wireless audio and Bluetooth technology, so you can go anywhere and play any game with no wires in your way. Designed for comfort, ultra plush, easily replaceable, gel-cooled, oval ear cups included. That's these. I have an extra set of the uh, the earphone, or the covers. They This is an extra set. It does not come with an extra set. I just want to just show you guys. These are what it looks like. They're actually really comfortable, very thick padding, and it breathes really well. So props to them for that. We'll go more into detail on that. Uh, Advanced dual mic system with mic monitoring, removable flexible boom mic. That's this right here. Uh, for intense gaming sessions, and a built-in discreet mic, ideal for phone calls. Mic monitoring lets you hear your own voice, so you don't have to shout. I don't really hear my own voice with mic monitoring, so I don't know what's up with that. I'd have to honestly look more into the instruction manual, which, to be honest, the instruction manual is a little bit lackluster. So take that how you will. There's not really too much instructions in here. Like there is, but there isn't. Um, so it's fine. Actually, mic monitor, and it should. Oh, there it goes. It's working now, so I can hear myself. Although the mic monitoring, to be honest, if you're using a PC, like if you're OBS or whatever, like you're better off using the mic monitoring that is built into OBS as opposed to this, because while the mic monitoring I can hear myself, it's not as clear, and so if you're playing any games, you might not hear your voice. So take that how you will. Um, so let's see. Both mics support background noise and echo cancellation. So there is, I think, like there should be like another microphone somewhere around here, like close to the microphone. It's like a little tiny pinhole, which that's what picks up the microphone, or your voice as well, to help with the mic monitoring system. High fidelity 50 millimeter speakers, neodymium drivers specifically engineered for gaming. Supports Windows Sonic surround sound on Xbox One and Windows 10. We're gonna talk about that. Uh, Quick access audio controls. Intuitive wheel and button layout allows quick access to volume and other functions. That's this right here. Over here is your wheel that you can increase and decrease your volume of whatever it is that you're listening to. Um, then over here, I believe, is for game chat. Is on this side. So if you're playing a game, like Call of Duty or something, and there's game chat, you can lower or raise the volume of the chat. The buttons on here, so you have two buttons, one on each side. This button on this side can allow you to, I think, turn, or it tells you how much power is on the headset. So you push it twice, it tells you how much power is on there. If you press and hold it for 1 second, it switches between Bluetooth mode and gaming mode. If you just click it once, it will mute the game or mute the audio. So like if you're listening to music or whatever, it'll mute it or unmute it, and then it'll tell you if it unmuted or muted. Or it'll just tell you if it's muted. It didn't tell me it's unmuted. You can also, if you're in Bluetooth mode, you can play, pause, answer, hang up, whatever you're doing on your phone, to be able to move, to talk to whoever you need to. On this side, you press and hold it for 3 seconds for mic monitoring on and off, or sorry, I just muted the mic, or you can mute the mic by pushing it once. So yeah, I can keep talking. You guys have no idea what I just said unless you can read lips. And then we have an EQ button down here on the back, which the EQ button cycles through, I think, movie mode, gaming mode, no EQ, and signature sound. I don't know what I have it set up. I think I have it set on music, but movie mode, because I was watching Aliens on this the other day. Let me see. No EQ, signature sound, Bass boost. Oh, bass boost is another one. Bass boost is actually really good. Music mode and movie mode. Those are the ones that we have. Okay, so that's the features. It in the box comes with a carrying case, and I really like the packaging. I'm a huge fan of the packaging. I've always said it before, and I'm gonna always say it. Packaging is a big deal, especially when it comes to high-end products. If I can open this. There we go. Especially when it comes to high-end products, because if you're paying, you know, over $100, in my opinion, you want the packaging to be nice. You want to be able to protect, you know, whatever it is that that you just purchased. So it comes in this nice sturdy box. It's like really, really nice box. I appreciate that. And in the box comes a carrying case, which I already took out. Where are you? Alright, so in the box comes this carrying case right here, and in the carrying case we'll have your headset, along with, see, that's the inside of the box. It'll come with your headset, along with the microphone, along with your charging cable, and a auxiliary cable, and a little pouch as well. So right here. So if you're not using your microphone, you can go ahead and use this to plug up the microphone hole. It comes with a little pouch right here that you can see right here. And in this pouch is your USB-C charging cable and your auxiliary cable. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. Okay, so if you want to get a longer auxiliary cable, you have to get an auxiliary cable that has three prongs or 3 lines. If you don't, what's going to happen is it's only going to be for listening. You won't be able to use your microphone. Okay, so keep that in mind. So right here is an example. This is another auxiliary cable. This auxiliary cable it's only got 2, and that's just for sound. Okay, the third one is for microphones. So if you want to use a different auxiliary cable for your headset to be able to use it with a microphone, you have to get one that has 3. Okay. The reason why I say this is because this microphone or this auxiliary cable, it's a little on the short end. Okay. I mean, it's a nice enough size, which is fine, but like if you want to plug it into your PC, it won't reach. That's the downside. Now it plugs in just fine to a controller. What do I have? I mean, I got controllers all over the place. So it plugs in just fine onto a PS4 controller, anything like that. So you're good to go on that. On the Switch controller, this is why I said you could use it on the Switch controller to listen. It just, you can't use it for microphone. You know, whatever other controller was my Xbox controller. My Xbox controller right here, same thing on the bottom. You can go ahead and use it just fine. So another thing too is this USB-C cable. You might want to replace this too, just because it's short. These are short cables. I'm not a fan of short cables, and to be honest, PowerA, like, this is a really short cable, guys. Like, PowerA, come on, you can do better than this. I know you can do better than this. You know how I know you can do better than this? Because you have done better than this. So for example, where's my this is the controller from PowerA. It's the Fusion the Fusion controller on Nintendo Switch, which I've done a review on this. I highly go ahead and recommend to watch that video. This is the cable for that. This is a 10-foot cable. I'm not even going to take it apart because it's such a beautiful cable. Yes, I just called the cable beautiful. Stop it. So this cable right here is a 10-foot cable. Come on, guys. Come on. If you can do this, come on. That controller is $100. $200 headset. You're gonna give this little cable right here. Come on. All right. I know it might be a little, you know, nitpicky, but come on. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. All right. So with that, the case itself is really nice. It's sturdy, which I appreciate. I always appreciate sturdy cases. Because again, you're spending $200 for a product. You want the product to be protected, right? So like I legit could throw that with this headset in there and it'd be fine. All right, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get my headset, or I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put another headset in there just to show you that I'm okay doing that. Right? So I'm gonna take my Corsair headset, which again is a $200 headset. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put it in here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead just to test it for you guys, just to show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. There it goes. Let's do that. And here we go. I'm gonna close it up, and I'm gonna throw it. And I just threw it, and I'm okay with that, absolutely, because I know it's protected in there. And I just threw it against the wall too, so I'm surprised like my wife didn't come in here and be like, "What was that?" Because she would normally do that. So yeah, I don't, this is a very sturdy case. I appreciate that. Again, when you're talking about a high-end product, $200, you want it to be protected. So there we go. I'm good to go on that. So big props to them for that. Now, let's talk about sound quality. How does this headset sound? Magnificent. It sounds magnificent. The audio quality on this is top-notch. I'm not going to compare it to this because, like I said, we're going to do another video on that. But just by itself, the sound quality is beautiful. Like if I'm playing a game, I hear everything perfectly. If I'm listening to music on my phone, the quality is great. If I'm watching a movie, you hear everything and it's fantastic. Like for example, watching Aliens last night, you hear everything. You hear all the details, the little details of the sounds on the ship, and every little thing that is in the movie. Same thing with games, right? So like, I was playing Resident Evil, and you can hear everything so crisp and so clear, and I absolutely love the way that this sounds. And honestly, out of the three, or is it three? So it's no EQ, movie mode, music mode, bass boost, and signature sound. Out of all of them, signature sound sounds the best, followed by movie mode, depending on what you're doing. So like, because I play a lot of horror games, I find that movie mode on this still sounds fantastic. Like it's perfect for horror games and stuff like that. Without kind of like experiencing it yourself, it's really hard to explain. The downside to these is they're not noise canceling. There's no noise cancellation here. The way that they cup on your ears, because it's open on the back, or not on the back, but because somebody just subscribed while I was doing this. My bad. I thought I turned that off. That sounds good, by the way, on these headsets. That sounds really good. I thought I turned that off. Anyways, because it's open on the back, like you can see back here behind it, it doesn't noise cancel or nothing like that. So just something to keep in mind when you're using these headphones. Comfort, these headphones are very, very comfortable. Like I can go hours, and I mean hours. Like my live streams typically last anywhere between 3 to 6 hours. I can go hours using this headset and never feel uncomfortable. My ears don't feel sweaty. My ears, like everything, and this passes every single comfort test that I do. So the different comfort tests that I do is, because I wear glasses, I wear hats, and all that stuff, is how does this feel when I wear, things like that. And I'm gonna be honest, they pass every single one of those tests, but the glasses test, it can get a little bit uncomfortable with the glasses probably after like 2 hours. Okay, so if you do prolonged periods of gaming like I do and you wear glasses, that's just something to keep in mind. So what happens, if you guys are unaware of what happens when you wear glasses and you wear headsets, if you don't have glasses, what happens is that the headsets press on the glasses and the glasses press into your face, or the sides of your face. And so because of that, it just adds pressure, and it's just a constant pressure that's going on, and that's just a common thing with any headset. Every headset seems to do this. I haven't really found a headset that doesn't do this. So that's not really like it's not really a deal breaker for me, but like I said, it's just something that to keep in mind if you do wear glasses. The other thing too is you see the way that the headset is, where it kind of stretches out. That's the other issue that I have with this headset, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, because if we go with like these headsets right here, this is the other Lucid Sound headset that they sent me from PowerA. The way that they go is kind of the same way, and so it because they don't move well enough, it just it doesn't sit 100% flush, and these do the same thing. So watch. So when you press it down, they bar they barely move. They move, but barely. So that's kind of a downside for comfort, even if the headset themselves, even though the cushions are very, very comfortable, that's a downside. And if you look at these headsets, and again, I'll do a full comparison video on the Corsair versus these. If you look at these headsets move, and so they fit your face and they fit your head a lot better and a lot tighter and snug without sacrificing comfort. So what happens is you get a little bit more pressure down on the bottom than you do on the top because these don't move the way that you would want them to move. So that's something to keep in mind when you're wearing these headsets. But again, it's not really a deal breaker because of how comfortable these are, and even adjusting the top doesn't really fix that issue. Um, but again, I don't see it as a deal breaker. Like I would like it to fit a little bit more snug, but it's it's fine. It's honestly it's fine. The other issue I have with this is that the headset or the earpieces don't move like I would want them to. And what do I mean by that? So I can't take it off and move it back because it doesn't move. Look, these don't move. They don't move. They'll move backwards. They'll move backwards, but that doesn't really help me if I want to take it off like that to keep an ear out for something, right? It works on this one, but that doesn't help me because the microphone won't be the way that I want it to. Where again, I'm just to compare, these move fully all over. So that's something else that keep in mind when you're wearing these headsets. I almost feel like they're backwards in a sense because if I flip them around, it would work, right? So look, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but it's just because I have kids. This is something that I do on a constant basis because I want to keep an ear out for my kids if I'm live streaming during the day or anything like that. So again, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but it's just something that I do when I'm wearing these headsets and things that I notice. But again, not really a deal breaker per se because the audio is what I want out of a headset, like, and the comfort is what I want out of a headset. Um, Bluetooth. Let's talk about Bluetooth for a second here because Bluetooth versus wireless. So I said I was going to go back to the whole wireless thing when it came to using this on PC. I have an issue with wireless on the PC. Oh, and by the way, the this comes with a wireless dongle. Um, this is a wireless dongle for the other one, but it's pretty much the same. Like it looks the same. It's different because you can't use this one for this. So don't. So I gotta just not mix them up. But yeah, it's a wireless dongle. Looks like this, and you just plug it into your PC or your Xbox. Um, this wireless dongle, you can use it. No, you can't use it on your PlayStation. You can only use this headset if you connect it to your controller. I was thinking about the other headset. So, anyways, um, so my problems that I have with this when it connects to Windows. Here's the issue I have. The uh, the headset doesn't come with any sort of any sort of software. And this headset would greatly benefit from having software, much like a lot of other headsets do. So like Logitech headsets will come with software that you can go ahead and adjust the audio quality or the EQ or whatever, so you can kind of customize it a little bit more. The software will also allow you to uh, like it just comes out clearer through Windows, where this, because it doesn't have any sort of software, you're limited to just volume on this. And the problem with that is that it's a lot quieter than other headsets would be that had software in Windows. Okay, so like for example, and again, not doing the whole comparison video. We're gonna do a whole comparison, but for Corsair, Corsair has what's called IQ, is their software, their integrated software, and so the audio quality that comes through the PC on the Corsair headsets, doesn't matter what Corsair headsets you're using, as long as you can use it through IQ, the volume comes out louder. So you don't have to blast it at max volume. This, I have to turn it all the way for max volume to be able to like hear stuff clearly. So that's the downside to this headset when it comes to connecting it through Windows. The other downside is every time you turn the headset off and turn it back on to connect to Windows, the audio or the volume resets. So you have to turn it all the way back. Um, I find that more of an annoyance. It's not really problematic. It's just an annoyance. And again, having a software for these headsets would fix that problem. Um, Another issue is that I found is when I connect it to Bluetooth, and it doesn't do it every time, which makes it even worse, is when I connect it to Bluetooth and then I want to connect it back to my computer, it won't get detected by my PC. So I have to reset my PC in order to get it to detect on my PC. Again, it's an annoyance more than anything. It's an inconvenience, and that again would all be solved by having proper software for the headset with better drivers. Because you can update the drivers, but it still doesn't fix that problem. That's what I've noticed, and again, it's an inconvenience more than anything else. If you connect Bluetooth though on your phone or on your tablet or whatever, it keeps the settings because the settings are in your phone, right? So like if I connect Bluetooth to my phone, it'll be whatever settings I have for my audio settings. It'll keep the EQ, it'll keep the volume setting, everything. So that goes to show if you have a proper software that is integrated to the headset, it works so much better. So that again, that was just a nitpick problem that I have with this. It does the same thing on the PlayStation as it does on Windows, where you have to mess with the volume on the headset every single time you connect it with the cable, with the wire, the auxiliary cable. So it does it every single time you want to do that. But again, that's not really a deal breaker. I mean, these headsets, I understand, were made for Xbox and not PlayStation, or else it would work on Bluetooth and all that stuff. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna ask PowerA to see what it is that that keeps it from working properly on Bluetooth on PlayStation. But overall, I really like these headsets. I really do, and I use them probably, I want to say, more than my Corsair ones. Not because they're new, but just because I like a lot of the features more. Also, the battery life on this is fantastic. I forgot to mention that. The battery life on this, I think, is supposed to be like 20 hours, something like that. And I found that it lasts for probably about 25, something like that, if you're using wireless. If you're using Bluetooth, it's going to eat through the battery. Okay, so just keep keep that in consideration. When I say eat through the battery, you'll probably get 15 hours instead of 20. It's still not a deal breaker. 15 hours is still a long time. And when you're not using it, you go ahead and just throw it on the charger. I wish that I everything's going wireless these days, so I kind of wish that this had like wireless charging, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. I really don't care about that. USB-Cs you can find anywhere. So most phones, like if it's an Android phone, they come with USB-C. So you can basically charge this on your phone charger and not have a problem with it. Overall, though, I really do like the headset. I think they did a good job with this. I just would like to see a couple other things too. The microphone, to me, the sound quality just sounds like every other microphone. It does sound a little bit better, like it picks up lower ends on vocal tones a little bit better than most other microphones do. So it like doesn't sound like I'm on a fighter jet plane or anything like that. Like it just, but it's not a perfect microphone. Like headset microphones just never really do it for me, and I'm not the only one who has that critique. There's a lot of other people who do as well. But overall, good headset. I really enjoyed it. I do like it. I have a link down below if you want to purchase the headset. Again, it's not a an affiliate link to PowerA. They don't, unfortunately, they don't have those. But it's an Amazon affiliate link. If you want to purchase the headset, down below in the description is a link to that. It would help the channel out immensely. And thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it, and hopefully you found it informational, all that stuff. Until next time, guys, I have a lot more stuff I got to review because it's holiday season, so it's review time. Until the next one, go ahead and check out my review on this Switch controller as well as my review on these headsets from PowerA if you want a cheaper option instead of these. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and everybody, until the next one, happy gaming.